Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Speed Gaming 3, where tonight we are bringing you another exciting matchup from the bottom bracket of the Final Fantasy V Career Day Standard Tournament. How's everybody doing out there? I am Z-Man050778, and with me tonight in the broadcaster's booth will be Dreiselizer. He is currently getting everything set up for the actual race. So, oh, and there he is. So I would imagine the race will be getting underway shortly. Dry, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Z-Man, perfect timing there. I just started up the race, so yeah, we're gonna be starting any moment here. Have we talked at all about what these styles of these two racers or anything yet?
Not at all. I was just about getting there.
Okay, well, all I can say is that they're both a couple of wild men, so I hope that everyone here is strapped in tight who's going to be watching here. And yeah, I expect some unorthodox and surprising plays out of both of them, one way or another.
Yeah, indeed. Both of these racers really do kind of like to go fast, and they will definitely be all over the place tonight. And of course, this is a little bit newish to the randomizer community. So, if anybody out there, if this is your first time watching, feel free to ask any questions you might have. Dry and I, we're competing in this tournament as well. So, and we've called several races, so we know what's going on here. So, if you have any questions, ask away. But as you can see, we are off and running here, and we have our runners looting Tycoon Castle.
Yes, indeed. Checking to see what the best thing is in here. Haven't really seen too much quite yet, but guard ring, that sells for a lot. Plus, it's good early if you manage to keep it for a little while. I actually like that agility ability too. That gives you the agility of a thief. So no matter what your starting job is, you can be fast and get your extra turns in. It's not bad early. Rune Edge, usually you sell for money, although if we have a sword-wielding class, it can be a good early weapon.
Yeah, or if we find the equipped swords ability.
Absolutely. Desert of Shifting Sands, something.
And holds the anti-barrier.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so that's the Sandworm Desert. Yeah.
Yep. So we know we are definitely going to need the Sandworm bait for the anti-barrier. Oh, and we do have a Knight starting. So we got a decent source of damage to begin with.
And Knight with Rune Blade is probably enough to practically one-shot the Wind Shrine boss or something. It should be good.
So, and as you can see, immediately we get a change in route here. IBKarma staying in World 1, whereas ShimeGabriel has moved on to do some shopping in World 2.
Yes. Does Shime actually have the money? It looks like Shime is mostly just taking notes here on what's available in the Sergei shop. Lots of songs is what I see. Ooh, a Sage Staff at the Sildra spot. If we find a staff-wielding job, or even get equipped rods, that could be pretty handy. Walker, Rake, and Sleep, both very good too.
Haste 2 is fantastic over in Sergei.
Wow, Haste 2, we know where to buy it. That's a for sure buy once we can actually cast it. Black 4 for free from the book in Sergei. That's nice.
Yep, I think the nicest, I believe, break is black level 4, I think. So, if they can find the break spell, that's a nice insta-death ability for some of these bosses.
For sure. Definitely want to keep an eye out for that. Karma doing the more traditional route, getting another hint here from Zoc. Karnak Meteor, Path of the Void. Well, that's great. That's a nice quick one.
Desert of Shifting Sands, Path to the Void. Gee, thanks, game. We appreciate that tip.
Wow. Sort of a duplicate one there.
All right, so IBKarma picking up equip katanas. That's one I might think about picking up. In case you happen, especially with a knight, if you happen to find a Murasame, that would be or a Masamune, that would be a really nice pickup. Hunter Crystal, nice pickup.
For free too. Didn't even have to pay for Hunter. You can just be one now if you want to. That's good, sort of, it's nice to have a variety of jobs as early as possible, I would say. The Guardian Dagger is not bad at all for a starter weapon.
No, not bad at all. That certainly is something that's worth equipping on a knight. Just for damage output for the first few boss spots, if you can.
So Karma also going to Surgate World 2 and checking these shops. Now he has some money, he might be able to buy some of these things.
Ooh, the Golem summon, that's always nice to have. At least you know where it is in your back pocket.
Yep, he's going to have to sell things if he wants to buy more. He's okay with selling that Rune Edge and that Guard Ring. So this is the Karma approach, which is sell early things to get their early things that you want more.
Yep.
I guess I would describe it as.
Yeah, IBKarma is definitely sell whatever you can and figure it out later. I mean, me personally, would I have sold the Rune Edge? Probably not. Would I have sold the Guard Ring? Probably not. But that's me, right? I mean, everybody plays differently. IBKarma sells everything he can.
Yeah, I think I would have sold the Guard Ring, but I don't know. And eventually I would maybe have sold the Rune Edge later, too. It's hard to say exactly what you might do, because sometimes I change my mind just seed to seed, but yeah, that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, indeed. Completely agreed.
Okay, Karma gets the annoying hint. Shime gets the Guardian Dagger from defeating the Goblin at the Tool Trap Chest.
Now, having called a few of IBKarma's races here so far in this tournament, he usually likes to at the very least make the more play for the Chicken Knife Brave Blade item, and to see what else is in the shops and get the hint from more. So we'll see if this leads any good. And Shine is following suit.
Yeah, well, you know Karma's tendencies very well, Z-Man. I didn't realize that this was what he likes to do, but you called it right before it happened. Flame Tongue,
Hey,
not bad for a starting knight, but he's going to check the other item first.
so this is potentially really nice. There is a rainbow shirt for sale here in, I believe it's the Moore armor shop, and that rainbow shirt, should they find the dance ability or the dancer crystal, that would be fantastic to up that sword dance percentage.
Yeah, Shime loves to dance too. Ooh, Tycoon Meteor has Mirage Radar was the hint. So meteors are big here.
I mean, we don't know if it's Path to the Void, but I mean, if you know where the Mirage Radar is, you're going to get it, just simply because of some of the insane loot that can be sold in the Phantom Village.
Another thing I noticed is that the other check between Flame Tongue and was Air Knife, and Karma kept the Air Knife, so that's a possible boost for Sildra, plus a decent knife for attacking. And also, I noticed at least one free Thornlet in that town, which is basically just a good sell.
Yeah, Thornlet, I believe, sells for 10,000 gold, and it's a great helmet, but the problem is it casts the sap stat. It puts the sap status on whoever's wearing it. So it's a bit of a problem. So it's primarily a gold source.
No caves, says Kelger. That is his hint, and that is useful. What we call a barren hint is tells you where you don't have to go. So no caves means no No Tool Pass, no Moogle Waterway, and no Bow Castle Basement in World 3. So that's 3 spots we don't have to ever check. Unless we feel like it.
And we have Shime checking out. This is Bal Castle. We have Karma. Karma's going to go loot Hiryu Valley.
Yes, also known as Money Mountain. There tends to be good loot here. We'll see if he has... he also checks... Ooh, Magic Sword 5. He might check the boss at the end, too, just to know what it is. And if he has some sort of... Ooh, Tablet World 1, I think was the hint.
That was the hint.
Okay.
Yeah, and the really nice thing about that Magic Sword level 5 pickup for IBKarma, that gives him access to the Magic Swords for Fire 3, Bolt 3, and Ice 3, which if Fire 3, Ice 3, or Bolt 3 Magic Sword hit a enemy weakness, it will one-shot most of them.
Yeah, certainly the non-heavy ones, so that's really nice. Otherwise it does... Oh, there you go, Fire 3 Sword Magic in the same area, really useful to have. Otherwise it will do quadruple damage if it's not an instant kill boss.
Right.
So
For example, with that Fire 3 sword, you will one-shot Biblos, but you're not going to one-shot a Panda, but you're going to wreck it. Level 5 Doom and Equip Spears, kind of handy.
Very nice. Finding level 5 Doom means you don't have to try and learn it naturally or anything. You just have it for later. That's half of the Wombo combo to Death by Math X-Death in his castle if you manage to get the ability to cast Blue and level 2 Old, which is still not that likely, but it could happen.
And now we have Shime going up the Wind Shrine, which is usually the first boss spot that most runners will check in the game.
It looks like Shime has got a mix of hunters and knights, while IBKarma is checking the boss of Hiryu Valley, which would be a high hit point spot, but there's a small chance for an instant kill. No, not against this boss. That's a reset.
Although
that's know.
Yep, that's a really nice place for Catastrophe, because if you can get the float spell on somebody and then like a wall ring or the wall spell, Catastrophe is hard-coded to, if there is float on any character, whenever its move comes up, it will try to, 100 Gs or whatever, or gravity 100 to take the float status off, and it will hard lock in that loop if somebody still has it. So if you can get a wall up on somebody that's floated, it's just going to hard lock.
Yeah, the real Catastrophe is his AI, is how I like to describe it. But Shime about to win the Crystal Guardians fight in the Wind Shrine. Nice to see them early, because they can be kind of scary later on. I noticed that Shime does have Slash, but Big Bridge Key was the reward there. Okay, very nice. Slash, you need a few levels under your belt for it to hit that particular boss, but it could be very useful for future bosses.
And that Big Bridge Key is, of course, the first key item we pick up. Dark Matter, that's nice. Bolt 3 Sword, Yoichi Bow, hello!
Wow, Hunter really likes this, and that putting that Spellblade 5 on a knight, I think it's something that IBKarma will definitely want to do after he clears this Wind Shrine.
Yeah, because now with Bolt and Fire 3 Sword Magics, that Magic Sword level 5 is going to be huge, and it can really do a lot of damage.
For sure. I do not know where Shime bought Slash and whether Karma also has that, but that could be a factor. Oh, he does have it too?
It was somewhere in World 2.
Okay, yeah, they both hit some of the same shops, so probably not too big of a surprise that both have it. One nice thing about the Hunter is that it's a little bit of a faster job, so maybe you stick Slash on the Hunter and the instant kill a little quicker. Karma going for the slashes. As I mentioned before, the chance to hit is fairly low when you're such a low level, so I'm not loving this strategy, although the sheer abundance of attempts might Hit something? No, didn't hit anything.
I think
Maybe
you're going to
just
be.
swing your sword if you have one.
I think you're going to be relying on that hunter there to do most of the damage. Although, yeah, as opposed to Shime, the crystals are very nicely spreading out their damage. So IBKarma's 4 party members look like they're all going to get experience here, as opposed to Shime, who only got his 2 hunters with any experience.
True. I don't mind getting levels offset, but it is a little annoying when one person keeps dying over and over again, as they keep missing the winning levels, the winning experience.
All right, and here at the Torner Canal, we have Ifrit.
Okay, well, that bow is doing good damage. Is that our Yoichi? Oh, and Ifrit's already done.
And I believe that the hunter in the back row, Roxas, I do believe that is the Yoichi Bo character.
Yeah. Not even a crit. If it had been a crit, it would have been a one-shot. Yoichi Bo crits 30% of the time, so we'll be seeing plenty of those, I imagine, in this seed. Just a stealth robe as a reward in the canal, but we continue on to the ship graveyard.
Yep, and a bunch of treasure chests in here, and at the end will be at the siren spot. Break sword magic.
Whoa.
Hello.
Wow, the sword magics are just coming left and right, helping us out here. Now we have a way to kill enemies with petrification and non-heavies with slash. Like, this is a really strong setup for instant kills already.
Right, but of course the kind of disappointing thing for Shime is that Shime has not yet raided Money Mountain, Hiryu Valley. So Shime does not have Magic Sword level 5, although they may have picked up level 4. No, that's Black level 4 they picked up. They do now, so Shime does not have access to any real Magic Sword ability yet.
Yeah, Karma will be the one that gets it as soon as he remembers that you can't slash Ifrit. Ifrit is actually heavy, so Karma's memory failing him a little bit on the boss weaknesses, but did enough damage to win the fight anyway. Have I lost yet? Is his team name? I have a feeling Karma hasn't been practicing lately, but that doesn't mean he can't win. He's a madman.
Very true. We do have life 2 here in the ship graveyard, which is really nice. They find a white mage or white level 6.
There's that break sword magic that Karma did take the time to go and find. So again, he's looking like he's in great shape. Look at this, a panda at the back of the shipwreck graveyard. Luckily he hasn't countered with a drain yet. Will-O-Wisp might finish it. No, not quite. This hurts. That drain really hurts. And you're not Will-O-Wisping more than the drain. So this can get scary, a panda early. Or a panda anywhere can be scary.
Yeah, but IBKarma, I don't know if he has anybody with a magic sword yet, but Karma is going to be very well set up. Okay. All right, so he's going to be very well set up to take out this panda.
Thief knife on a knight, I believe, with magic sword 5. Oh, and Shime gets through. That's 2 people standing. Panda tried to give trouble, but it was just 2 little hit points.
And I believe it was the 2 that died in the Wind Shrine, so experience kind of works itself out. Go figure.
Okay. Just a full moon, so no key item reward there, but nice to get a panda out of the way, and you know that you don't have to worry about him later.
And Shime gonna go loot Carwin now.
Ooh, a crit from the Yoichi bow is almost a one-shot, but then the drain kills off Galuf, which is the person who has a fire Spellblade, but it doesn't matter. 2 bow shots were enough. Much quicker fight for Karma against a panda there. Gained a little bit of time, I would say. Okay, Karma diverging a little bit, taking Waltz Meteor, which is a big experience location. Looks like he doesn't really have tents since he's using his last cabin. He's going to have to find those tents from shopping soon, but he wants the experience from this low hit point location if he can get it.
So, a potentially big output here for Shime. We've found the Dancer Crystal here in Waltz, or not Waltz, Carwin. And we know where rainbow shirts are.
And we know that Shime loves Dancer. I expect Shime to switch to the Dancer job immediately. And you called it. I think he's going back to buy that rainbow shirt.
Yep, at least one of them. And IB's probably going to kick himself a little bit here. Gets a free golem when he spent 14,000 for it in the in World 2.
He's trying to kill Golem here because I think if you don't kill him, you don't get the big experience from this fight. Ooh, he's just too beefy. Well, it's a little unlikely that either player will kill Golem, so I don't think there's much of a difference here, but not the big experience payout, but the sandworm bait payout, which we know is required.
So that's basically 3 of our 4 meteors that we know is Path of the Void, right? Because we know Karnak is Path of the Void. That's been hinted. Oh no, it's one of the meteors is just
is radar, but that's
radar.
Still nice.
It's nice.
Worth getting. Yeah. Damage got low against Golem because Golem actually has 2 forms. The first form, when the dragons are attacking him, is less defensive than the second form, I believe, when he's alone. Ooh, another nice slash against Abductor there. Quick kill for Karma. And there is the Mirage Radar, as we knew it would be there from the hint that we got.
And Shime just about to take down the Golem here on his end.
So it looks like Shime might be trying to kill Golem while he can, while it's still weak, and then kill the dragon. That way he should get good experience here. I don't know exactly how much experience you get from winning the Golem fight outright in this location, but it might be pretty good.
Yeah, but unfortunately Galuf got hit with a Jitterbug Duet, which of course would do damage to the character because the zombie dragon is undead.
Well, I'm seeing people gaining at least like 7 levels, so Shime has a big level advantage because of the way that he handled that fight versus Third Tablet World 2, I think I saw.
Yep. And it looks like Shime's immediately going to go turn in that sandworm bait for what we know to be the anti-barrier.
Another hint coming up. Adamantite in World 2. Okay, thank you, Guido. We'll try and remember that for later if we need it. Shime taking on gargoyles needs to get... Okay, yes. If you don't kill them at the same time or very close, they do sort of revive each other. So, gotta get that timing just right. A storm is AoE. It's kind of variable in its damage there, though. Ooh, got the crit on Shime's side, so that's a win. And yes, IBKarma can break these, but I don't know if he's fast enough unless he's got 2 people. Oh, and of course we knew the anti-barrier was there. So Shime has that now. Alright, Karma gets through the fight as well, and also will get that anti-barrier. I see Shime is level 17. next time I get a chance, try and see what Karma's level is. It's probably more like 10. 14, not too bad.
And we do have another divergence here. We have Shime going down to the Ifrit spot, and we have IBKarma going to the Karnak meteor, which we do know is Path to the Void. Let's see what we get here.
Slightly spicy play by Shime to do the first half of the library early. A lot of people fade that until they get the Ifrit's Fire. But that could be significant if it works out well for him. And Galura, well, Sword Dance might be enough. No, now Galura is mad. Gonna take multiple attacks here. Oh,
and we have Greg 4 at the Karnak meteor.
Oh my gosh, Library gives Ifrit's Fire. Wow.
If this Ifrit's Fire turns into something big, this is a huge play for Shine if this works out.
Yeah, that's really interesting because if you are fading library, looking for that Ifrit's Fire to show up, it never will unless you go there. So, could be interesting. Sub key for Karma. Now I believe we know that's Path of the Void. Yes.
So we know Karnak meteor is Path to the Void. So we know not Sandworm. We know the sub key is going to be Path to the Void. So what does that mean? Barrier Towers, fair game. Trench is fair game. Falls is fair game. Underwater Waltz is fair game. So it opens up a lot.
Yeah, a heck of a lot. Almost too much, really. You almost are glad not to see it if it's not required to go underwater. But Mute Spell Blade for Karma could be very useful. Nice buy there.
And we have Shine taking on Greg 2 at the Biblos spot.
Greg 2, has he already buffed up? I kind of think he must have. Oh, there's a nice crit. That might finish him off. There you go. I get another hint here. This might be one Catapult Path of the Void. My gosh, the path to the next meteor is even a path to the void.
And unfortunately, the library play is a zonk for Shine. It's just an epee.
Oof. Well, you can't fault him for taking gamble there. There's a chance that Karma may never go to library, though, so that is time that Karma has gained on Shime. Of course, Karma may decide to just clear library later just in case. You never know. But for now, Karma sort of gets a lead because of that choice by Shime. Do we have any Maiden Kisses? Oh, didn't need them. Just killed that quickly.
Yep. Halicarnassus and a boss you'd like to get out of the way nice and early.
In the snowflake room, as I like to call it. And that's a Moogle suit. Very interesting. That might be worth going to get right away.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's been nerfed a little in the most current version of Career Day. It's not as crazy good as it used to be, but you can still get some nice stuff in here.
Absolutely, and it's all free. You don't have to pick and choose. You just get 7 things. And there goes the sub key for Shime. Yeah, Snowflake Room is where Shiva is in vanilla, so that sort of explains why it's shaped like that.
25,000 gold in the first chest in the Moogle village. Really nice. Assassin Dagger, black level 5. Ragnarok High, white level... Oh, jeez. This is nice.
Yeah, very nice stuff there. Ragnarok for your knight. Assassin Dagger is a Useful item for sure. I don't think we have throw or ninja yet, but it's extra useful against Minotaur. And some of that other stuff was good too. I think we had white 6.
White 6, black 5, which opens up the elemental 3s for black, and they do have a wizard rod that they got from one of these checks.
I saw Wizard Rod earlier. We have Sage Staff as well, so we're sort of looking for Holy and a staff using job. Holy spell, I should say, so we can really bomb Castle X stuff with that and boost it with the Sage Staff.
Oh,
Shoot.
Shoot here. Yeah, it's not fun.
Kind of want a crit. Okay, that's good. You gotta have some softs, but it is doable. If your knight just hits, yeah, there you go, 20 softs. If your knight hits hard every time, you gotta do 2,500 total damage here without being killed by Shoat, which just happened. I think Karma's gonna save that for a little later.
Okay, we have Shime checking out the catapult spot, which we know is Path to the Void. We got Crayclaw.
Hey, this is Vanilla. Vanilla Catapult. Boo. Is this even randomized?
Goodbye,
Nice
Crayclaw.
spell. Oh, Karma going for attempt number 2. Ooh, got a crit. That's most of the way there. 4th tablet is where the catapult is what the catapult had. So Shime is the first one to get a tablet, and will probably turn that in right away. And I think Karma just didn't quite win.
I would think that Shime is going to turn it in sooner rather than later. Flame Shield for Shime, which is really kind of nice.
Karma does beat Shoat, even though only one person is getting that experience, I believe. It gets the Hear You call out of it, so we've got key items all over the place in this seed. Everywhere we check, we find them. Karma with the Hear You call. Fourth tablet World 1, indeed, it was at the catapult, which we just found out from Shime's check. I expect Karma to do that check as well soon, because I'm pretty sure he got the hint.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's going there right now.
Yeah, catapult Path of the Void. He'll go there soon, I imagine.
All right, we have Shime figuring out where to go. I was going to say, I would imagine he's going straight to Cruza Castle to check it out.
Yeah, turn in the tablet. Karma now sees Dancer is buying it. May go and get that rainbow shirt as well.
All right, let's see what we got good here. Bahamut, chicken knife, hello.
Yeah, just take that chicken knife, because Shime loves to dance.
That's an instant take with the Dancer. Absolutely instant. Mirage Vest.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Looks like Shime might be taking a moment to write some of this stuff down so he doesn't forget.
We have IBKarma checking out the first North Mountain spot.
Masamune that you mentioned. We have seen equipped katanas.
Mm-hmm.
X-Fight, my gosh.
X-Fight with a chicken knife? Oh, and a brave blade!
Too much good stuff here. It's hard to even pick between some of these things.
I mean,
and
don't
again,
you...
shield, which is nice. But yeah, I think you go for some of this strong weaponry. Brave Blade and Chicken Knife both can be used on your team immediately. And even X-Fight, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with these 3 picks here. X-Fight, and they have the Ragnarok that they have, too, from somewhere.
That's right. We found Ragnarok from Moogle Village, which I think only... Oh, there's Fall's page for Karma at North Mountain. And so much key items in World 1.
Okay, so Ragnarok was Moogle Village. So once Karma makes the play here, he's gonna be loving his choices.
Absolutely. There's so much good stuff to check. It's no surprise that the runners are diverging a little bit, but I think they're both basically going to cover the same ground for the most part pretty quickly here, and we'll just be catching up in terms of sort of if you look at their trackers, they're going to start to look more similar soon, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's another hint. Subkey World 1. Did we already get that hint? No, we did not. That's a new one.
Well, it's a new hint, but both runners have the sub key already. Great, thanks, game.
So it's
Appreciate it.
not a very useful hint, but a hint nonetheless. I do try and write them all down. And Shime making another spicy play here, going to Barrier Tower as sure he has the sub key, but Barrier Tower is a little bit higher hit points, a little bit more dangerous. Although it does have 3 checks.
I wonder if he's primarily coming here for the 2 trap chests, the dragon chests here, because I mean, with X Fight and a dancer with a chicken knife, it should be pretty straightforward to take care of him.
Yeah, as long as you don't get unlucky, but persistence should pay off, even if you do have to reset. It's a quick reset. This is Karma at the catapult, which we know is a very important play for him, because this is fairly easy Cray Claw that's going to lead to the 4th tablet. There's 1,000 out of the 2,000 hit points that Cray Claw has. One more attack should probably do it. And even Assassin Dagger proc just for good measure. Tablet for Karma. Okay.
And I would imagine we will see him pretty quickly probably do the Lonka Meteor, then head over to Kuza to check it out.
I like this Lonka play. I mean, we've had so many important meteors. Why not just finish off that before you forget about it? Ooh, Shrine page for Shime at the anti-barrier. Interesting. In the first trap chest, Shrine has 3 key item checks, so it could be very useful. Biblos versus Karma. I don't see any spellblading going on, or even slashing going on at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Biblos goes down.
And we have Shime taking on another Red Dragon here for the 2nd trap chest in the Barrier Tower.
Pyramid page is at the Lonka Meteor, so every single meteor had a key item. Amazing. Page for Karma, and nothing from the 2nd trap chest there for Shime.
Well, Lamia's Tiara. I mean, again, that's a armor that will up your sword dance %.
Yes, very nice. Oh my gosh, it's Omni at the top of Barrier Tower again. This happened in another race we had. Is it the one 2 days? No. Yes? Yes, 2 days ago, I think. And Karma is also headed there. Now, Karma, we know, has the Mute Spellblade. I don't know if Shime has that. Karma was doing some fancy routing here, taking the sub over to Kuza Castle, running up to Grugor Town first, doing all kinds of running around in his routing here.
Oh, I'm just trying to
Alistair versus Flurry had the awful Omni at the top of Barrier Tower. Yes.
So I'm trying to think, what have we seen so far in Worlds 1 and 2, right? I don't think we've seen Moogle Waterway. We haven't chased that Hear You Call. We haven't chased the Big Bridge Key. And Hear You Valley.
We're not going to go to Moogle Waterway because no caves was one of the hints that we got.
Right.
And we do not have Adamantite yet. We could chase the Aziza Fleet, right? You mentioned that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually have the Big Bridge Key, but no one has gone to the Big Bridge.
All right, so let's see what Karma picks up here.
Tough decisions here because there's so much good stuff. Was not interested in that chicken knife, at least not initially. He might just be checking everything before he grabs anything, which is a typical play.
I mean, I gotta think that with that Ragnarok, yeah, he's gonna take X-Fight. I don't think there's any question he's taking that X-Fight with Ragnarok.
I think he's gonna take this Brave Blade too.
Mm-hmm.
Why not have 2 knights that hit super hard?
And a chicken knife.
Yeah, and he has, I think he's got the setup for a dancer too, maybe to do chicken knife dancing.
Yeah, either that or you just go 3 knights with X-Fight, right? You've got a Ragnarok,
Sure.
You got Brave Blade, and you got Assassin's Dagger that'll take out most anything.
Yep. In fact, because of the way that the chicken knife works and how agility is factored, I think the hunter actually does more damage with the chicken knife using X-Fight than a knight does. But it doesn't make that much difference. It's going to be hitting really hard no matter what job you put it on.
And Catastrophe takes out the chicken knife dancer, and Shime immediately resets.
So even though Karma has a way to beat Omniscient, you kind of have to wonder, will his resetting and taking the fight and finishing the fight actually hurt him? Because it will take a while. Shime going up against Catastrophe here without float. However, I don't expect anything too nasty out of Catastrophe. He'll do like quicksand or something. I don't know if he even quakes here. Ooh, there's a nice big sword dance for 5,400.
And there's another, I believe that was the Brave Blade hitting for another 26, and Catastrophe goes down fairly quickly.
Yeah, we've got big damage for these teams here, so... I even see Karma with a Berserker, Lena. Berserker.
Yep, I would imagine I missed the key item there.
All I saw was Power Ring. Did anyone else see a second thing, or was that it? I think it was a wand. Shime is doing Big Bridge now.
So given that Shime didn't immediately go into Excess Castle, I'm going to assume it wasn't the bracelet.
Yeah, this is a great check because if this is the bracelet, then you should come out real close to Excess Castle and you can just run over there.
No, don't slash.
Let's not do the slash. Okay, Karma gets the shrine page from that first trap chest. Yeah, black, well, if you can put this one to sleep and then use magic, no, too late. Slash is just no good against this boss, and
yeah.
I think Shime has a bad habit of using slash over and over against it, which is not very quick. But you can't just kill them. Not enough MP? Well, that was probably the one that cast Life 2 on the rest. I think the others have at least one in them.
Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, this is gonna be slow, but he'll get through it. Until the Pearl Burrows decide to explode.
Yeah, I don't like Slash for this fight, but you've got other options too. You can reset. You can use Mute Blade if you have it. You can use the Sleep spell and magic stuff if you have it. Slash is a magical attack. I think if you slept all of the Purboros and then slashed them, you should win the fight that way.
I was gonna say terrain might be an option. It's slow, might be an option. I don't know what's the terrain attack in that setting.
Unfortunately, the terrains doesn't give you just one thing. It gives you multiple possibilities, and they're not all AoE, so I think it would not work out very well. Shime taking a minute here to try and figure out a strategy for this boss. The team is not really set up well for AoE at the moment.
No, not at all.
Alistair asking in chat, what black spells does Shime have? That's what I'd be looking at too, because if I have sleep spell, I would definitely try putting them all to sleep and then slashing them, because they don't wake up from magical attacks killing them. Meanwhile, Karma going for the very standard mute Spellblade strategy against Omniscient, which means, oh, look at that, sleep and break. You can combo those two together, but you need to combo them. The enemy has to be asleep before you instant kill it. That's sort of the rule here for Ouroboros. And you can multi-target sleep, and there's a good chance you'll hit all of them. If you don't hit all of them, you might miss one, and if you watch closely, you can see which one you missed, and then you can just single target it on your next turn, and then you can slash, and that should work.
We have IBKarma slowly taking down Omniscient.
Yeah, Omniscient is a tough fight because we've got almost 20,000 hit points here, plus he has regen, armor, and shell status, none of which we can dispel. So he's going to be giving himself little heals just as time goes by. He's going to be trying to counter all of our hits, but he's muted, so he won't be able to, but it still takes time to sort of display the dialogue. And all of our X-Fight hits are being halved in damage because of his armor status.
All right, so the good news for Shime is now all of the Ouroboros don't have enough MP for life 2.
All right, so it's just a matter of killing them now, which shouldn't take too long. Well, that's one way to do it. It's actually, you know, this is a pretty interesting and tricky boss. Oftentimes it just dies really easily when you have AoE, but when you don't have the right AoE, it can become a real problem. By the way, Omniscient tries to reset twice when you X-Fight against him, because X-Fight draws 2 counters, because it's 4 attacks. That's just how they decided to code it, as 4 attacks drawing 2 counters. So again, a little bit of a slow fight, but there really is not any better way that we have of doing this fight.
Shime takes out the Ouroboros at the big bridge and is rewarded with double wins.
Okay, well, that didn't work out as nicely as I had hoped. It's possible that Karma has hit upon the required fight to get that bracelet. There's also, though, the basement of Exdeath's castle, which might just have the bracelet and let you run right on up. That's one of my favorite checks to make, is when I have anti-barrier, just go right into the castle and see if you get the bracelet to open the way upstairs.
And as Karma kind of goes through this Omni fight here, the really nice thing about using mute sword strats is that Omniscient's final flare will also be negated, so you know all 4 of his players will get experience.
That's right. Shime wants to go on the fleet, I think. Oh no, he's actually going back to Barrier Tower, which he noped out of before. I assume he has a plan. Yeah.
Mute Spellblade.
Okay. I thought he was actually trying to do the fleet, but he... Let's see. There's the bracelet, so Karma found it, and the long fight against Omni was absolutely worth it. Yes, in that earlier race where Omni was awful at the top of Barrier Tower, he was also gating the bracelet. So something about these races lately, these seeds.
I hope Karma saved.
I sure hope he did too. You wouldn't want to lose a fight and lose all that Omni progress. What do we have for white spells? Anything?
Life 2.
I was hoping maybe the mute spell or something, but what does Karma have here going on for this fight? Nothing, huh?
Nope, he's gonna have to do it the slow way.
If he had mute Spellblade from before, he can use it again if he didn't change off of it immediately. Because that will prevent their life too. But I'm not seeing it. Yeah, if Karma runs them out of MP, it will be a slow fight, but he can certainly do it. He's got enough power to do it that way. It's not the greatest, most efficient way to win, but it's doable. And he must not have saved, otherwise he would probably have maybe thought about resetting out of this.
And here we go. We do have Shime setting up for Mute Blade strats.
Yeah, this could be a lot worse in terms of the Puroboros fight, but it could also be quite a bit better if we had the ability to reset up very quickly and then take them out.
Now, the thing here that Shime has going for him that Karma didn't necessarily is that Shime does have a sword dance chicken knifer, so that'll take out big hunks from Omni if it hits.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, and it's only one counter attempt by Omni, so it's a little bit quicker than X-Fight in some ways. Okay, so Karma got through that fairly quickly, Puroboros, and we know that there's nothing special there, but he's checked it now, so he doesn't have to worry about it later. I assume he's going to go right into Exdeath's Castle now.
Yeah, I would assume. And then to answer Judge Joe in chat, yes, Mute Blade does in fact work on the Puroboros, absolutely. And yes, Locke, the MP is very low between all the Puroboros here at the Big Bridge. So, I know you write down the hints and everything, so what do we know about these 3 outstanding tablets, if anything?
Well, good question. Let me look at my notes here while Karma goes for the instant kill. Oh, gets it first try against Odin. Let me see what this item is here, just for fun, and then I will check my notes. Oh wow, well there's a tablet for you, Z-Man. 3rd tablet at the Exdeath Castle basement. I don't think that was hinted. So does Karma go back, or does he feel strong enough that he just powers on upwards?
I mean, really, the only thing you want from out of the Kuza Castle would probably be the Mirage Vest, maybe? But otherwise, I think he's just going to go straight up.
There's definitely other good things, but he can go get them later, perhaps. Okay, Shime got through a little faster than I expected there and got the bracelet already. Alright, so we have tablets 3 and 4. Let me see if anything was mentioned about tablet 1 or 2. No. Only tablet 4 and 3 were mentioned in the hints, so we would probably like to go to Mirage once we get to World 3 and get a couple more hints.
Well, and I would imagine Karma's going to, both of our runners actually are going to do that as soon as X Death goes down.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard play if you have that Mirage radar, is to go to Mirage, do shopping, get hints, and get some direction on World 3 if you don't have any. Ooh, Karma stepping in the acid doesn't have any room for error here at the roulette room. Good news is he can probably one-shot every single one of these enemies. At least with an X-Fight he can, and sometimes not even requiring an X-Fight. Okay, Shime has Break Blade set up for Odin.
And goodbye, Odin.
And there's a tablet for Shime. Will Shime decide to leave or just continue on up? Expect him also just to continue on up.
Yeah, I would too. We'll see. Enhancer is another nice sword if, they needed any other nice swords.
Yeah, it's almost not even that nice compared to some of the other swords we have, but if we happen to find something like Mystic Knight, it's the best regular sword that the Mystic Knight might want to use.
And we do have Shime going to Kuza, so I guess he wants that Mirage vest.
Yeah, it's nice to have that vest. I don't think you really need it to win any fights in here, but maybe you just go now and then you never need to go back again. I mean, there was some nice summons in here too, Leviathan and Bahamut, I think.
I mean, just kind of thinking a little bit, if you put a Mirage vest and a wall ring on a knight with X-Fight, I mean, you're pretty well... X-Death isn't going to kill you.
That's for sure. You can even do the Mirage Vest glitch and keep the image up. By the way, Sandworm, not a nice boss because he's always in the back row. So your bow user, sure, can hit him for full damage, but your sword users cannot. And you can't X-Fight him either because you're going to hit a bunch of holes. So again, we've hit another sort of slow and nasty fight, even though our team is quite strong here.
Given how slow this fight would be, I'd be really tempted just to skip this and hope it's not required, or if it is required, I'll just come back to it later when I'm stronger and can do more damage per hit.
I agree, Z-Man, and this is one of the spots you usually don't like to skip and leave for later, but under the current circumstances, I'd probably reset out of this fight. I know I have Aqua Rake. Maybe if I get the blue ability, I come back later, but probably wouldn't even come back until sort of a last ditch.
And you have Leviathan waiting for you in Kuza Castle.
That too, yeah. There's other faster ways to win this fight if you come back later. And the only great thing that this could do is it could give you something important that you need. And if your opponent doesn't do it, that might give you an advantage. But the chances are fairly low of that. It's a tough call. I mean, when you go to Mirage, if you get a hint that says X-Death Castle's Path of the Void, well, we did have a tablet. So even that, it's hard to say whether I would come back here. Karma also has another check, which I believe he hasn't done yet, which is the Carbuncle location. So, I mean, who knows what you might find there, too. Maybe just reset out and do that one first. I know Karma likes to do this fight first before the other one, but it's not working out all that well for him. I mean, he'll get through this with patience. Hopefully, he won't require any healing or anything.
How much HP is at this spot?
30,000. It's almost as much as X-Death himself.
Ooh. It's just brutal.
Really rough, yeah. Doesn't take that long to run up the castle later if you need to come back and do... Oh, look at this minnow at the Carby location. We do not have the throw ability, I don't think, so we're going to have to defeat him with damage, but it's only 15,000 here. He doesn't have any terrible back row rules. Look at that. Ferris just did a huge amount of damage against him. I think it was about 4,000 or so. Minnow can counter, so this can hurt. Oh, yeah. Shime doing the glitch. And Ferris is... I'm seeing some weird numbers. I'm confused.
Where?
Oh, I could have sworn that Shime's Hunter was gonna die from damage, but did not. Okay, well, Shime wins. Only one person is gonna be standing after this holy, but it doesn't matter. Got through the fight.
Let's see what we got here, if anything.
Okay, so Karma did reset out of the Sandworm fight, and there was nothing at the Carbuncle location. So Shime just got some experience on one person and is now going to go and do the same fight that Karma's working on. So we're very close, basically simultaneous Sandworm fights, and it's just a question of who wins this fight, or even who decides to nope out of this fight and go to X-Death. That might have the lead. Yeah, Sandworm moving around is just really annoying. Over the course of a long fight, you're probably gonna miss at least once, maybe twice, as Sandworm moves, and just really annoying. The HP leak from the quicksand. If you don't have healing, in a long fight, it wears you down. Oh, look at that. Tier 3. So Karma's not gonna die. Oh, we had a reflect. God.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Not a huge deal, though. I like Shime's setup again, as we mentioned before. He's probably got that chicken knife on the Dancer, and sword dancing, even though the damage is being halved, at least you're not getting a can't run message and you try and swing the chicken knife, so. And sometimes you might even get like a jitterbug, which does heal you a little bit, which is kind of handy. Shime might not have healing for this fight, so it could be a problem over time. And even aiming, there's a little bit of a delay when you aim, and so sometimes the worm might move even after you have aimed at it, which can be also quite annoying.
It does appear to me that Shime is doing more damage to the Sandworm than Karma is. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Shime actually might get through this fight a little quicker.
Definitely possible. You know, sword dances are still only 50-50, so there is some RNG there, but Karma having the 30% Yoichi crits is even a lower percentage, so I think you're right. On average, it seems like Shime probably is doing more damage. I will say though, Shime looks like he's about to lose a character, and Ferris here. Oh wow, got through it. Ferris even gets the experience from with 10 hit points remaining. Okay, Artie Bow. So there was not a key item there. Looks like both racers are committed to doing this. Having that bow could be useful for Hunter fighting any beast-type enemies that will always crit them. So there is potential use for that bow, although it's not usually as loved as the Yoichi bow is.
And so Shime is going to be the first into X-Step.
Karma will be done fairly soon here, I think. Okay, getting some sword dances for 7,300 something damage. Very nice damage here by Shime. Night swinging for 3,700. We have to do 32,768 here. So, good luck on some sword dances. Here's another one. I think we're already in phase 2.
If we're not there, it's real close. Oh, thanks, X-Death. I appreciate you dispelling the countdown. Oh, no, it doesn't dispel the countdown. Darn.
Yeah. Dispel only removes buffs. The debuffs stay. It would have been nice, though, if he helped us out like that.
X-Death is now most definitely into phase 2.
Darn. Killed the dancer with that bolt 3. That was sort of a high roll. Only 2 people standing for Shime, although they both have Mirage Vests on, and Lena with a nice shield block. I think, yeah, okay, Karma has won the fight, and I expect Shime to... Oh no, the countdown ran out on Shime, and he has to reset, so actually we have another simultaneous Castle X-Step fight now.
Indeed, this is going to be good. Let's see what the strategies are here. Oh, that's right. Karma still has to do the carbuncle spot.
Oh, my bad. Forgot about that. So we don't see simultaneous X-Death maybe, unless Shime continues to struggle. But I think Shime just got a little bit unlucky in that fight there.
Yeah, totally agreed.
Karma also has to hope that Minotauros doesn't counter him too hard, because Shime was barely able to beat Minnow. I think Karma's... all these X fights should be all set. That was 2 counters against Lena, but she did not go down, so this might be the end for Minnow right here. Watch out for having that reflect ring on, though. Minnow can bounce wholly back onto himself and heal from it, and did not in this case. So a little bit of good luck there by Karma. And first try win. Oh, Shime is reset again. Maybe didn't like the skill setup he had for the X-Step fight. So maybe we will actually see a simultaneous fight that I've been hyping up.
Oh, he's putting the Mirage Vest on the dancer, though, the one that can hit heavy.
Definitely not a bad idea. Dancer's hit points being a little low means that there's the risk of getting one-shot by a spell instead, if you're not at absolutely full health, or even if you are at full health with Dancer. But, I mean, it's nice to be able to block the take no damage from the physicals.
And Shime's going to be in a little bit of trouble here right off the bat because I do believe Lena has the Thornlet on.
Yeah, I see that. Her HP is ticking down. Optimize strikes again. Thornlet, with its very high defense, loves to auto-equip in your headgear slot, and now he just has to deal with that leaking HP.
So Karma, it looks like, is trying to get Golem here with Conjure strats.
Interesting. I have no idea how many summons he has.
Well, we know he has Rama, we know he has Shoat, and we know he has Golem. I don't know what else.
Right, not a bad idea to try 1 and 3. I've been burned by trying the 1 and 3, but it also can really work out too. Okay, everyone moved to the back row. Karma did not move them up. Sort of a debatable which is better. Personally, I like to take a turn and move everybody back up in this case.
Yeah, I do
Your
too.
damage is being reduced by quite a bit, but you do have some extra safety from the physical hits in the back row here.
Well, yeah,
Ooh,
I like
nice.
I like the physical safety, but the problem is once you get into phase 2, right, X-Step's spells are going to hit just as hard. So, once you get into phase 2, then it's important to really kind of get him down as quickly as you can.
Yeah, I really like to burst him down as quickly as I can in almost every phase. So that's why I feel like it's worth taking the turn to get everybody in the proper row. We'll see. This is certainly still doable for Karma to get the win.
We have Shime on phase 2 of X-Step as well. And bye-bye X-Step, poor Shime.
No, there is a strategy. I wouldn't recommend it in a race because it's very slow, but if you have a knight with a wall ring on and in the back row, you can literally just hit the guard ability and you can't lose once you get to phase 2. But Karma also won that fight, so right on Shime's heels.
Yep, so if I did the math right, I believe it is a 6 or 7 second difference between our runners at this point.
Wow, basically tied. I do see that Karma has a couple more key items in the waterfall page, falls page, and pyramid page. Also, he has Mirage Radar, and Shime did not get Mirage Radar. And even the Here You Call and Moogle suit, which seemed less important at this point, but Moogle suit had at least 1 or 2 nice things, right?
Indeed. Summon 3, equip bows, mix and mimic.
As usual, Mirage Village is loaded, the shops. Shime gets the Mirage Radar, so he checked his hints and said, hey, yeah, I want to go there right now. North Mountain Path of the Void. North Mountain World 1 gave us the Falls page. That's interesting.
That's very
interesting. You could also go to North Mountain World 3 right now after shopping Mirage.
I'm shocked Carbon did not pick up any of those Aegis shields.
Yeah, when I see Aegis shields, I buy 4 of them.
Yeah, always. There we go. Okay, you just wanted to check out the other shop.
So this North Mountain hint is spicy. The question is, is the thing that you got on North Mountain World 1, the Falls page, is that what you should chase, or should you go to North Mountain World 3? I think I would check North Mountain World 3 because it's all sort of in sequence of just having shopped Mirage here. You can just go straight up there with the Black Chocobo.
Hero Song.
Very nice. Hero Song is a excellent thing to have found. Really I don't think nice. Karma's going to win the race.
Nope. A little, probably it's made a little redundant by having mix, especially for the final fight. Given the choice of the 2, you probably do mix over Hero Song most times, but Hero Song is still nice to have as a bit of a backup.
Yes. Just finding mix in Mirage does make that Hero Song a little less preferred, but I gotta say, song strats are really good and might even be faster than mixing with the right team.
Now we do have Shime picking up Summon 3.
And Karma is taking Black Chocobo to North Mountain to check that hint. And this is a really interesting check. Oh, he went by the forest a little too far. There he goes. This is a really interesting check to me because you get information whether there's something useful here or not. Because if this is a dud, yeah, it's 40,000 hit points and you spent some time coming here, but then you know that you can go to the waterfall next and that you will find something good there and you have everything you need to get in.
Now, the only question is how good of notes does Karma take? Will he remember that it was the Falls page from North Mountain Check 1?
Yeah, I don't know. I personally take time to take notes, but I don't think Karma... I don't see him ever pausing when he plays.
I don't
So
either.
I wonder if he is going by memory, which would definitely fail me. Maybe his memory is probably better than mine, though. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, Necro up here. I mean, we do have Breakblade and other spell blades. If they're not active, we should reset immediately and equip them. Because you really want Breakblade and you really want elemental damage here. I don't like the X-Fight strat. It's slow and sometimes it's just going to hit Necro and not do anything.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I don't... yeah, you gotta get Magic Sword.
Now, it's only the level 2 elemental spells, which don't hurt that much. What about when you have to fight Necro himself and he starts hitting super hard? You have to do 40,000 damage to him once the barriers are gone. You really want the big damage numbers from an elemental spellblade, I think.
So, now again, I'm just kind of thinking here out loud. Karma has not turned in that second tablet. Well, tablet 3. So I'm wondering if maybe if he wants to try Conjure strats, because we know Leviathan and Bahamut are both there, and he has Golem, and there's the Shock possibility. So, I mean, you've got a 5 out of 6 chance of really hitting something decent.
Yeah, Golem would be great to have up for phase 2 of this fight. Does he still have the Conjure set up on Lena or whoever it was? I'm not even sure if he does have that.
I don't think currently.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think what we said at the start of this fight is it's winnable, but maybe you need to do a quick reset and just set up the team properly. And, sometimes knowing when to reset out of a fight, or resetting out of a fight sort of as early as possible when you know you can't win, that's an advantage too in terms of time.
Although Karma is taking it down slowly.
Yeah, I mean, he got the 2 front row things, which makes sense, right? You're doing more damage to those. So these back row ones, it's going to be a little bit slower. You're going to maybe be hitting Necro if you're X-fighting, which he's decided not to do, which I support that idea. Shime is also doing North Mountain. Oh my gosh. Word from the chat is that Karma did not save before this boss. The save point is right there on the way in. You have to save before doing this boss. This is a 40,000 hit point check. Shime getting the very efficient North Mountain by defeating Apocalypse, and that's going to give, what was it, Falls page for Shime.
Falls page.
Shime might also be resetting, though, once he realizes that this is Necro, and we'll have to just slap Apocalypse again if he... Oh, he's got Shoat. Alright, so he can instant kill barriers.
I didn't see Golem there, though.
And Shime did a quick reset, probably because he doesn't like his team setup. I fully support that decision, and I fully support that he did save.
And there's Golem.
Yeah, activated those summons. He already had Shoat, but realized that he didn't have Golem active yet, so he definitely wants it for this particular fight. Okay, so there is actually a little bit of elemental damage here from Lena, but not much. I think that her physical attacks are probably just as good. The cool thing about X-Fight is you can be blinded and just do it anyway, because X-Fight doesn't care. Somehow manages to never miss, regardless of blind status. But look at that damage from Necro. Oh my gosh. I hope you got some Phoenix Downs. Okay, so Karma, I'm worried for Karma, because if he's not standing people back up, I don't think he's necessarily going to do the 40,000 damage in time.
Ow.
I like Shime's setup. Golem, you'll have to recast it a lot, but it will block things. It will keep your party standing here. Unfortunately, missed on one of the shots. Okay, we got one person left. Galuf going YOLO, and he's about to get wrecked. Yep. Necro is just too beefy. 40,000 hit points. You need either some stronger damage from Spellblade, or you need Golem for blocking him, or both.
Or, Magic Sword, a level 3 option, right? I mean, Fire 3, yes. Bolt 3.
Yeah, I think that's what I mentioned, was more damage from the Spellblade. But, yep, it looks like Karma did save, so that's at least some relief. But he spent a really long time on that Necro fight, thinking that maybe he could just win first try, and you and I both sort of knew that from the start that it wasn't really going to work out with his setup.
It looks like he's thinking better of the Conjurer strats here.
Shime taking out barriers with Shote. Looking pretty good. I'm pretty sure Shime already put up Golem, so we don't even have to worry about that. Okay, 4 barriers down for Shime as Karma starts to fight. So basically, beginning of the fight versus phase 2 of the fight. And Shime going for those big damage dances. Let's see how much a sword dance does. You can dance blinded too. That'll always hit. Don't have to worry about unblinding Galuf or anything. Even though Shime does it anyway. Flame Scroll is decent damage. That's 2,600.
Indeed, and thank you for the rate, Speed Gaming Prime. Welcome in. We're about midway, maybe a little further than midway through this Final Fantasy V Career Day Standard Flag Tournament race between IBKarma and ShimeGabriel. Just to kind of remind everybody, this is a bottom bracket match. The winner of this, I believe, goes on to play LQ Flurry.
Yes, I think that's correct. I did notice that when Shime gets a chicken knife sword dance in, it does about 6,000 damage, so that's quite nice. For those just joining us, this was a really tough boss fight. The boss, Necrophobia himself, has 40,000 hit points, and those barriers are no slouches either. You have to take them out first before you can even start doing damage to Necro. So, Shime having to do a lot of Golem recasting. We expected that. When you have 4 people standing, you can get in a lot of damage. So, this is all part of the plan. Of course, if your dancer does not do sword dances, that's not exactly part of the plan. But there you go. Golem blocks again, because Golem is really helpful.
Now, the only thing you have to watch here is make sure that you don't run out of MP here for the choke casts.
Yeah, also Lena is getting some HP leak. I don't know if she still has Thornlet on, or whether the vacuum wave brought HP leak with it, which it can do in some instances in this game.
And thank you for the raid, Speed Gaming 4. Welcome into this Final Fantasy V Career Day Standard Flag Tournament race between IBKarma and ShimeGabriel. Welcome on in.
Wow, this is getting tight for Shime. 2 people have gone down. It could take a moment to... Paris is still standing with 2 hit points. 1 person is down. Just getting a little unlucky with sword dances. I think Shime is fairly close to finishing off this fight. He's going to down an elixir so that he can keep using Golem. And Karma now has finally sort of reached phase 2 of the fight, where he's fighting just against Necro himself. So both racers in phase 2 of the fight, but both have some hard times ahead. And Shime had to reset, even though he had a good setup.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shime getting unlucky with his dances, and IBKarma has gotten 2 Fire 3, but nope, IBKarma takes it to the face as well. Now the question's going to become: at what point do our runners basically say, you know what, let's go follow the falls page and see what else is out there?
Well, there have been some real hurdles in this seed, and the runners have always decided to keep hitting at those hurdles until they overcome them, rather than noping out and going elsewhere. So I think they're going to both give it at least one more good try. And I do think that Shime got unlucky, and Karma, not sure if he's rolling with Golem or not, but needs to be recasting that a little bit more.
Well, he never picked up Summon 3 from the Phantom
Mirage
Village.
Town? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. If Summon 3 is there, I always buy it. I sort of assumed that he bought it, but I guess not.
And Karma, to an extent, also did get unlucky. He did miss one of the Fire 3 magic swords that he had up, and that was doing 8,000 per hit. So right there, 3 out of those hits would have been, 25,000 damage. But instead, he only got 2 of them, or something like that.
Yeah, I would kind of like to see a hybrid of both racers' strategies being used here. You need Golem, which Shime has, and I really like the Fire 3 or whatever high-level elemental spellblade you have that Karma has. If you combine those two things, you will need to throw some eye drops on people who've been blinded, but that should work out for you, because it's going to be more reliable and actually even more damage hitting with the high-level elemental spellblade than it is dancing.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of the optimal strat here would be to have 2 magic swords and then 2 summons. I think that makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, that would work great, because then you could also shoot down the barriers really quickly at the start. And then you're not going to run out of MP casting Golem, and you're basically only going to need like 5 big Spellblade hits to beat Necro. So that seems very doable to me with the setup that you mentioned. People in chat have good ideas. Locke mentioning that they probably both feel behind after having a lot of rough fights where they had to either died or had to reset. You always feel like, oh, your opponent probably got through that fight that I struggled with, but it turns out that oftentimes your opponent struggles just as much as you did, so we'll see if that factors into any of their decision-making going forward.
Oh, okay, so he's going with Conjure strats here. Wow. Karma. So now I think he's got 2 Conjurers, and I think he's got 2 Magic Sworders.
Well, he's going to have to get lucky to conjure Golem, and the thing is, he probably is going to want it more than once, and so I feel like the chances of getting Golem and then maybe even getting it again if you need it again are pretty small. Oh, he's got 1 Golem up though. And look at this, he gets it again. So he conjured Golem twice, and now he's looking quite good. He needs a couple, maybe like 3 more hits from the Spellblade users.
Yeah, because the first round did 15k damage, so he'll need 3 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think 1 more Spellblade will do it, and Golem just blocked again. Oh my gosh. He actually got it, the Conjure Golem again, and Golem hadn't even run out. This should be a win right here for Karma.
This should be a win. Yeah, there you go.
Got him. Yeah. Well, we do have Ragnarok and Braveblade in our hands, so yeah, and that's 4 times damage ignoring defense is is what a Fire 3 Spellblade does against Necro. Oh, Steamship Key. I think we chased that one.
Yeah, I think at this point you got to chase them both. I think you do the Steamship Key, you follow that path, and then you go to the Falls page.
Yeah, if you don't already have the tablets, because when Steamship into Karnak Escape is a total of 5 key item checks in this flag set. It's a huge find to get that. It's just, you know, if you're playing the numbers, this is the good percentage check.
And Shime kind of down to his last little bit here. He's relying on that sword dance.
Well, I would expect nothing less from Shime based on what I've seen in previous races. Shime does live or die by the sword dance, and here he gets one. Is this enough? Not enough quite yet.
Nope, and it will take him out. Ugh.
So close. I'm gonna make a note that Karma got pretty good RNG.
And Shime is going to abandon the steamship. Oh, wait. Thought I saw him use the warp shard.
No. I was going to say that would be huge if he abandons it, because we know what's behind this check. Meanwhile, this is sort of easy street for Karma. These checks are nothing because they're World 1 checks, and he's just going to cut down everything in front of him real easily. Although we've still got somebody blinded, so... Okay, so Shime... using the antidote on Lena because she always gets poisoned at North Mountain. And the first check at Steamship is a Womp.
And here we go again. Shime taking on Necrophobia again.
No need for Karma to save there. In fact, it looks like he's not going to even do any looting. He's only going to check the trap chests. There's 3 chests, and 2 of them are right near the exit by the boss, and the 3rd one is coming up.
I can't blame him for this. I mean, maybe you check that one. You check a couple on this floor.
On the way. Yeah.
On the way. Yeah. I mean, otherwise you can't blame him, because these checks right now, for where they are in the game, these checks, they're mediocre checks. Now, could they roll high? Sure. But they're kind of mediocre checks here at this point.
Yeah. I found some good stuff when I rolled high in here before, just because there's a lot of chests. I would definitely pick up some stuff on the way, but I can't fault Karma for probably feeling behind. And okay, so far we've gotten no key item out of the Karnak Escape. That's 3 out of 5. If we include Steamship along with it.
Now, again, so for anybody that may have just joined us, we did get a hint that North Mountain was Path to the Void. But of course, North Mountain gave us 2 key items. It gave us the Falls page and the Steamship key.
Ooh, another Womp in the Karnak Escape. Is this going to mean that, well, we'll have to see what happens in this final check here. Epe, wow. So, Steamship into Karnak was all not.
Wow, you know, and at this point, if you're Karma, you're like, I am behind. I spent time on that fight, and if my opponent does not spend time on that fight, I am behind.
So this difficult Necro fight that the racers slaved over for so long, that Shime is still in the midst of, was actually not required, and it's the Falls location that is the required check. Amazing trollness to this seed.
So it's kind of looking like two of our tablets will become, well, we had a hint for tablet 3 in World 2, but it looks like one of our tablets is going to be absolutely unhinted.
Let's see. Yeah, there's hasn't really been any direct hint for the falls. It's just that we now know that the falls was Path of the Void. So I guess that does count. Yeah. So the other hint, the other tablet, I should say, so far is unhinted, but there's always a chance that we could get the trench page and that we could get 3 more hints from the dwarves down in the trench. That's a possibility. Karma not going to Waterfall, going to Pyramid because he has the Pyramid page, and this is 4 checks.
Yep, 3 monster in a box, and then the boss up top. Now, and this is something that I think, we kind of alluded to earlier. We don't see IBKarma pausing to take notes. It could be he forgot which page he got from North Mountain 1.
Absolutely could. I mean, this is a situation where if you did not take notes, you probably don't remember about that waterfall hint. And so I was going to ask you, Z-Man, whether you thought this was a good play by Karma going Pyramid instead of Waterfall, and I think that you would agree with me that Waterfall should be a priority.
I would agree Waterfall should be the priority.
But if you don't remember that hint, Pyramid is a good check, just because there's so many key item checks inside, and great loot and everything else, yeah.
And Shime has abandoned the Bahamut spot check, which we know is a good thing.
And instead of going to Waterfall, though, he goes to Wait, no, this is Waterfall, I guess. I thought he went to Sunken Walls, but yeah, he's at Waterfall. I think he reset by... I don't know why he reset, though.
He never saved with the Falls page.
Oh, he doesn't have Falls page to get in. Okay, so he's going to beat Apocalypse, then he's going to nope out of the next fight, which we know is not required, and then he'll go to Waterfall, which we know is the correct known path. I mean, Karma could be on the right path just by chance, too. That remains to be seen. In this room, there are monster in a box checks. Okay, so Shime with the Falls page yet again. I assume Karma got nothing from the first trap chest?
Mithril Spear.
Right, okay, so that was junk. Alright, so this is some good divergence. It's possible that both racers actually need to go to the pyramid. Who knows? Okay, that's a second womp in the pyramid for Karma. 2 out of 4 have produced nothing.
Alright, and the guardian of the waterfall is Ironclaw.
Extremely easy fight here. You actually were hoping that this would be at the back of the waterfall rather than the front, so that you could just instant kill a 40,000 hit point boss. Wow, Shote actually missing? That's almost unheard of against this boss.
I've had it happen, but I wouldn't expect it to miss in this spot.
Yeah, gosh. The chances of that must be like 1% or something. Okay, so Shime is in. Meanwhile, Karma doing the old softing the statues to kill them, except for this last one here. Oh my gosh, another pyramid womp. Okay, well, in this case, Karma's going all in, grab all these remaining treasures and fight the boss, and hopefully it won't be too rude of a boss.
Now, Shime just picked up one of my most favorite things to find, the Black Mage Crystal, but meanwhile, IBKarma picking up Black 6 and the Summoner Crystal.
Yeah, obviously, this is World 3. The loot in these tablet areas tends to be really good. Stuff like Dark Matter is really handy to find. I think we're basically set for endgame at this point, but it's always nice to find a pair of running shoes or maybe the mimic job. So we're gonna keep looting for a little while longer, I would say. There it is, mimic crystal.
There's the mimic crystal. I mean, we saw the mimic ability earlier in Phantom Village. Neither one of our runners picked up the ability, but there's the mimic crystal. This is a loaded pyramid.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice pyramid. Karma's gonna be set when he gets out. Might change the team, or might just leave it as is until he hits something that he feels he needs to change for.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me at all if immediately after this, regardless of what he gets here, if he goes to Kuza Castle to get Leviathan Summon and the Bahamut Summon, and go with the Summoner.
So he's got Summoner right now. I'm fairly sure he has Sildra. He might even have an Air Knife if he digs through the inventory. He got the Air Knife early from Moor Village, yeah. It was a free item there. Okay, so tablet fight at the top of the pyramid here. Oh, Stalker. I mean, considering that Karma is not at full health, this could be a problem. Shouldn't be too bad. Like, you can X-Fight and just go and take the random damage, and it will eventually work out.
Oh, this is brutal.
Sleep Sword is good. Stalker can be put to sleep, and so you can sleep these individual ones, but each time that you X-Fight and hit them, it will wake them up. So it's sort of a back and forth battle on that. Meanwhile, Shime taking on Greg 3 at the back of the waterfall. 40,000 hit points, and Enkidu has already come. Sorry, 20,000 for Greg and 20,000 for Enkidu. So Enkidu has already showed up to help here.
And to answer Locke in chat, Karma has Flare Sword, Shime has Magic Sword level 6. Because Magic Sword level 6 was here in the falls.
Aha. Now, I will say over on Shime's side, sometimes Enkidu can be really rude if you try and focus him first, but I think Shime is doing the right thing and trying to take out Greg first. And then Enkidu is actually not heavy, so there are some other ways to deal with him.
Yeah, Enkidu can be shoted away, I do believe.
I don't know about shote. I think he might just be non-heavy, so Slash or Odin or something, which I don't know if we have. The thing about Enkidu is he looks exactly like Abductor, and Abductor can be shoted, so it's not the most consistent of... Okay, so Enkidu just tried to do a vampire, but see, Shime did the right thing by not attacking Enkidu at all. So the vampire did 0 damage. But now Shime does need to actually defeat Enkidu, and as his health goes down, that vampire becomes more and more dangerous.
Speaking of dangerous, there's Arrow 3.
Yep, okay, so Shime is, again, basically relying on the RNG of Dance. And, by the way, Karma, with 1 hit point on Ferris, has just defeated Stalker at the top of the pyramid first try. Very nice. Oh, this Wind Slash is going to hurt. Oh, Shime, you weren't dead yet. It didn't kill Lena. Oh, well. Oh my gosh, the pyramid was a total womp. 4 checks, all no key items. I mean, the seed was totally front-loaded key items in World 1.
Yeah.
So it's not super surprising that these later checks, like, there's just not that many key items left to go around. But will Karma go to the right place? Will he go to the waterfall after this? Karma doing Big Bridge because he didn't do it before. Fair enough on this check. We already know that Big Bridge, I think, gives nothing.
This is the Shrine.
Oh, my bad. I saw Bridge. Okay, Shrine is a Another good numbers play, because there's 3 checks in here. Liquid Flame, not heavy, but perhaps we don't have anybody who cares. And Shime going for round 2 against Greg 3. Now, the thing that you might remember about Greg 3 is that he's vulnerable to Doom, just like Liquid Flame, which is what Karma used against him. And I don't think Shime necessarily has the Doom spell.
I
for
think
Sail and Mirage?
I thought it was a reward from somewhere.
Not sure if Shime has Doom, but Shime should have Mix and does have a Dark Matter, because I know he picked one up in here, so you could Death Potion Mix.
Doom was in Excess Castle.
Okay, does Shime have Black 6, though?
Shime has Black Mage Crystal.
Does he? Okay, so that would be the perfect solution to Greg 3 right here, is put a couple Black Mages in your party and spam Doom at him, and then you don't have to worry. Okay, so Shime has got some of his weaknesses mixed up here. He's got Slash, which is going to be great for when Enkidu shows up, but you can actually instant kill Greg before Enkidu shows up at all, so maybe he's resetting to set that up.
And Alistair bringing up in chat that you could just hopefully one-shot Greg 3 with the Assassin's Dagger.
Yes, that's not as reliable, but it certainly could. It could work out for you. 1 in 4 chance is the proc there, and then you also have to get through the level check difference, which and the spell hit rate, which I think it probably would reduce it by maybe 5% or something. So 1 in 5 chance isn't too bad. Invisible Fight over on Karma's side is a trapped chest. Not a particularly easy one, but Karma has just defeated him, and we'll see if he gets a key item here. No. Gets a Womp from that first one. The second one is coming right up, though.
No, I'm just waiting for the Elder Branch at this point and that unhinted tablet to be up in fork.
Oh my gosh, well, that's always a possibility. I'm really curious what this waterfall is going to give us myself.
Haste 2, that's going to help for Shime.
Super nice to have Haste 2 on somebody on the team. Oh my gosh, you called it, Z-Man. Karma gets the Elder Branch in the shrine.
I'm sorry, Karma.
Now there's one more check in here. You definitely go and you kill the boss too, because there could be another key item there. And I mean, Mystic Knight Crystal, kind of interesting. I don't
That's kind of interesting.
Necessarily. Yeah, maybe need it.
And given that Karma does have Flare Sword magic, that could be really handy.
Yeah, for sure. Mystic Knight with a good sword and X fight is absolutely amazing. Okay, Levi, but only 20,000 hit points here. It could be worse.
Let's see, does any of his characters still have magic sword? Yes, you have Bolt 3 sword.
Yeah, you really want to use Bolt 3 sword. I mean, you'll hit for quad 9 damage if you use that.
Now, it looks like Greg 3 is just about to go down here for Shime.
Karma did activate Bolt 3 sword on Butts. Nobody's hasted here, so it's a little bit scary. There's an Awkward killing Butts. Wait, it might not... Yeah, it killed him. Do we have any Phoenix Downs, Z-Man? I feel like I haven't seen either player use one.
I feel like I agree with you. I don't think I've seen either player use one.
Gosh. Karma should have checked the extra shop after Steamship if he didn't have any. Maybe he forgot to do that. Did he check it?
Mm-hmm.
There was Leviathan's done, though. Got him.
A couple of jobs in there.
Where the heck are the Phoenix Downs? We must have missed them in a shop. Okay, so last shrine check was a Womp, but it did give us the branch, and Karma might chase that branch, and We have no idea whether that would be a good play or not.
And we do have Shime finally taking down Greg 3 here. To answer Obi in chat, I thought Karma checked the history shop, but I'm not 100% sure.
I didn't notice. If he did check there, I did not notice. It's possible. Yep, Karma's going to the Moor Forest.
And meanwhile, Shime gets tablet 3 from the vault.
There was way too much other stuff to note early in this race because the key items were just coming so fast and furious that we missed some of the shopping. And that just is what happens in this randomizer. So it really seems like no one has been able to find a Phoenix Down because I feel like I've yet to see anybody really use a Phoenix Down.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't recalled seeing them use one at all.
Now, if you have the Sage Staff and someone who can use it, which I don't think anyone can use it, that's a way to revive people. And of course, there's the Life spell, the Life 2 spell, and such. Shime checking another hint, which he maybe did not check before.
Right, so now we have Karma going into the Guardian Crystal spot here up the Elder Branch.
Sing ability, kind of a nice find there in way back Walls Castle World 1. Yeah, you do need Phoenix Down to revive even with mix, though.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't think there's
part of the mix, yeah.
Yeah, is there a mix that allows you to resurrect somebody without a Phoenix Down? Because I don't remember.
There is an ability that the Chemist gets when it masters, which is the Revive ability, which actually revives anybody in the party that's down for no MP at all, but I'm pretty sure we don't have that. And it's not related to mix in any way, really.
We have Soul Cannon here on Karma's side.
Shime just cleaning up one of these early checks that he did not do, which you can't really blame him for doing that. Let's see, on my notes it says that Walls Castle has the Moogle suit, so not sure if Shime will care about the Moogle suit or not at this point.
I mean,
4 frogs, and we have a frog victory. Last hit was with a frog for the finish. 4 frog finish for Shime. That's style points. That's a bingo.
I was just going to say, mark it up on your bingo card.
And mark off the Moogle suit because Shime has it. We'll see if he actually makes use of it. Oh, Karma has already defeated Soul Cannon. It's the Adamantite. Wow. Well, it's leading to something. It's 2 more checks and Flying Lonka. Do we have any hints about Flying Lonka? No. So this might be the right path. Karma might have stumbled on the right path, or maybe Dark Tower is the right path instead, or maybe both are. Well, I guess both can't be because, well, potentially. I don't think both can be because Waterfall has to have given something.
Waterfall gave tablet 1.
Okay, so we're only looking for 1 tablet, and so, yeah, it could be here up in Lonka, it could be Fork, or it could be somewhere else that we haven't gone yet, like Sunken Walls. But so far, that tablet remains unhinted. The only other hints we have available to us are in the trench, and we do not have the trench page to investigate that hint. So both racers are basically blind at this point, but Shime has the advantage because he is a tablet ahead.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised with this strat here from IBKarma, Twintania at the Soul Cannon spot. I would think he would have enough sheer power to take down Twintania before needing to resort to the Breaksword Gigaflare strat.
Yes, I wasn't watching the fight very closely. I guess if he went in without full health and got countered, it's possible that he could have just died, but it looks like he was just waiting it out. Okay, first check is a womp at Lonka. Shime doing Sunken Waltz, which I like. It's a you hope that this is an instant kill because it's a lot of hit points, and it is.
Woohoo!
So hopefully he can just slash her or do X-Zone or something to instant kill her.
Right. I mean, she's not heavy. She pretty much is vulnerable to everything.
She's actually not vulnerable to Doom or Shoat. She's only a non-heavy, so you do need to have Slash or something like it.
Slash.
And yeah, we have it. Although, was that the person? Yeah, there you go. Slash basically never misses her, so... Nice victory there by Shime. That was a good, quick check. And what does he get? Waltz Tower Key. So Sunken Waltz lets us into above ground Waltz.
So we only have 2 key items that we don't know the location of. Tablet 2, and so far we don't know where the trench page is.
Yeah, this is a strange seed for sure. We have lots of key items. We have lots of places we can go. One of those places, which gives us hints, though, is blocked to us. So that's a little strange. We have no hints about where this last tablet is. It makes me kind of think Fork, but you never know. I guess it could be here in Waltz Tower as well. Okay, Karma wins easily against Carlobos.
Oh, this is annoying.
And just gets a Slumber Sword, which is a womp for all of Lonka.
And on Shime's side, Arcuavis, which you'd rather see Arcuavis at a higher HP point, because this is just annoying to have a low HP Arcuavis when you can thump Arcuavis as hard as Shime can.
Yeah, you would actually hope to, like, usually you don't have the counter skill, but if you can get a counter kill, you can skip later forms, or even try breaking a Venom Rod on Arcuavis, and if the damage works out just right, you can win with the HP leak, which also skips other forms. But yeah, Arcuavis in the randomizer tends to just be sort of a tedious boss, because you have to kill each form, and there's 5 forms, and so it just takes time, no matter where you end up fighting it.
Yeah, it is Final Fantasy V Career Days version of the Fabul Gauntlet from Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise.
Okay, so Waltz Tower was a womp. The only places that I don't have anything written down for, Ziza Fleet, which we do have the Hear You Call to check, and Fork Tower and the Trench. That's it.
Well, and then there's also the 2 always open World 3 checks, the Odin Spot and the Tool Pass.
Those are caves, and the hint told us that we do not need to investigate any caves. So those are spots we can ignore. Thankfully, we have at least a few things we can ignore in this seed.
I had totally forgotten about that hint. I'm glad you write these things down.
Me too. If I didn't write it down, I would have forgotten as well. In fact, when I did my race recently, I got a no caves hint, and I wrote it down, and I still forgot because I was distracted and I was busy racing, and I went to one of those checks anyways.
Yeah, to answer Long in chat, yes, for purposes of the randomizer, for purposes of hints, Odin is in a cave, because you have to get to him through a cave.
Yeah, the cave is the only way to get there. It used to be that you could get there through Bao Castle, but you actually have to go through the cave in World 3 to get there now. Oh, and speaking of Odin, Karma just picked up the Odin Esper, which can be really useful. He has a summoner too, so. Ooh, big guard is nice if we ever find blue. I don't think I've seen that yet.
I certainly haven't.
Okay, Shime is in the shrine, which we know doesn't have a whole lot going for it. I think it's got one key item, maybe. Shrine has the branch. I mean, you do need branch to get into Fork Tower here.
And Odin gets an immediate workout.
Odin really good at destroying some of his fellow summons.
Let's wait through the annoying dialogue, blah, 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 and let's see what we have here.
Trench page. Wow, giving us all the key items here. All right, well, could be very valuable. See what the other side has. Oh, another Odinable boss. So the Fork Tower was a joke again in this seed. You can do Break, you can do Doom, you can do Odin, you can do Shoat, you can do just about anything against Chimera Brain. Chimera Small Brain. And a double lance. So we may need to go to the trench and chase that.
Yep. Oh, and I would imagine Karma's immediately going to the trench, hopefully to get a hint that points him in the right direction, because we know he still has to go to the waterfall.
Right. Karma has not done waterfall. He's doing basically clearing everything by sort of probability method, whereas Shime unfortunately is in the same boat because we have an unhinted final tablet, but Shime did go to waterfall already, so he has that slight advantage. I actually think that Karma having so little left to do is actually in the lead at this point, even though he hasn't gotten that waterfall tablet.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you.
Now, we just hit 2 hours. This is, considering the difficulty of the seed, I think this is fair.
Yeah.
The runners are doing quite well to be at this point 2 hours in.
Especially
Karma's
when
going to have pretty much all checks done soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot at this point, right? It's either down here or it's up in the Here You Call, I think.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those two things. By the way, Shime did just get the Elder Branch, and will probably end up chasing it once he's done here, because we know that that's the only key item that is in the shrine.
Karma's not even bothering to pick up any of the chests in here. He is booking it to those hints.
I don't blame him. The only thing I've noticed on Karma's side, I'm not sure if he's bothering to put haste 2 on anyone, but that can really speed up a lot of fights if he does activate that. History Falls, Path of the Void. Wow. Useful hint for Karma since he forgot about it. And no ships, which actually means no Here You Call, which means the last tablet is actually down here.
It's got to be here.
Wow, amazing. So things working out well for Karma, getting a reminder hint about going to the falls. So it's Trench and Falls that have these last 2 tablets.
So am I right that the rather unhinted path, I mean, unhinted up to this point, right, was Shrine? And where was the Shrine page?
Shrine page was in Barrier Tower.
So Barrier Tower to the Shrine page, to Elder Branch, to Fork Tower, to Trench. So yes. When we got that the submarine was, the sub key was Path to the Void, it looks like it was a triple hint?
Well, let's see. The hint, as I have it written down, is just that sub key is in World 1. It didn't even say it was Path to the Void.
Oh, it didn't? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, both runners went to Barrier Tower because in this flag set, there's 3 checks there, and they thought it was probably required, and it was because the bracelet was also there. Will
How
require
vanilla.
barrier tower. Interesting. Karma, having picked up Odin, is going to have fun just one-shotting the piggies, slicing the bacon.
Bacon.
And that is going to be tablet number 2. Wow, in the trench. And now Karma knows exactly where to go because he just was minded to go to the waterfall. Okay, so Shime's going to chase. If he chases what he gets here from the shrine, did get the Elder Branch, so he probably will chase it, and eventually he will end up getting the tablet from the trench. But Karma knows that waterfall is where he needs to go, and that's where he is already. So he's definitely got a big lead here.
Yeah, definitely. And so the adamantite was from more forest, right?
Yes, and that was just bait. There was nothing up in Lanka, so
Right.
that's another thing that could lure Shime in the wrong direction. Yes.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah, I mean, Karma has done a lot of checks, and you're just playing faster than your opponent at getting checks done. That also is to your advantage, especially when you're both sort of just flying blind and looking for that last unhinted tablet or whatever.
Just to address Striker Nova in chat, this is actually what Shine needs to be doing, right? Because Shine needs to do this in order to get access to Fork Tower. And Fork Tower is what gives you the Trench Page, and Trench Page is what gives you Tablet 2, sorry.
Yeah, the thing that we worry about, and most people would do this, is if you get adamantite here at the forest, then you chase it, and that's 2 checks, and they're just wasting your time. The actual thing that the forest is gating that is important is Fork Tower. So, I mean, Karma did it too. He just did it faster overall than Shime, and so Shime is probably going to make some of those same mistakes that Karma made. That's sort of the nature of this randomizer, is like the more things you open up, the more potential dead ends you're also opening up, so it can really be a real head spinner for the player to try and keep track of all this stuff while they are racing.
So now just kind of thinking ahead a little bit here, because Karma's just about to pick up his first tablet, or 4th tablet. What sort of icky bosses could we have in the Void?
Honestly, I feel like we've fought a lot of the rough ones already.
Yeah,
We did
yeah,
Minnow,
I'm
we
with you.
did Stalker, we did Necro, we did Shoat. Like, there's not that. We did Leviathan already. Bahamut?
Yep.
I don't think we've seen Bahamut.
Okay, so Bahamut. We haven't seen Go-Go, which is free. Time-consuming, but free.
And that's 4 tablets for Karma, I believe. Yeah, just cleared the waterfall. And he goes straight into the Void. By the way, I still don't think he has any Phoenix Downs. Now, Phoenix Downs are required for the Life Shield mix, which is really handy. And you were saying that Karma did not buy a bunch of Aegis Shields. So
no, he did.
I worry
he
a little bit.
Oh,
he went back and bought them. Okay, all right. So he doesn't necessarily need to do the Life Shield mix if he's got those Aegis Shields. But, you know, if he does run into a difficult boss here in the Void, it could be a little rough.
And just making an observation for everybody, I have clicked on Tablet 1 for Karma, but the tracker is just refusing to cooperate with me in this regard. So just, pretend that Karma has Tablet 1, because he does.
Feel free to try again in a minute or something, Z-Man.
I've already tried 3 times.
Okay. Yeah, the tracker was giving me some troubles last time as well. I had to press things multiple times, sometimes for them to work. But yeah, Karma has all tablets. That's how he was able to, well, not necessarily to get into the Void, but he'll be able to progress all the way through the void because he has all the tablets.
Oh, it's Shiva.
Shiva can be a little bit rude here. You don't want to Odin because Shiva is heavy, the commanders are not. So Odin cannot slice the commanders until she's gone.
Right.
You want to do other instant kills like maybe shouting or dooming or whatever, each of the commanders individually.
And Shiva's actually going to be a little bit annoying here because I do believe Shiva can cast Ice 3 in this spot, and that's going to hit hard.
Yes, Shime just got the Adamantite from More Forest, and we'll see if he goes, and it looks like he's going to chase it immediately. Oh, you know what? Z-Man, I do have access to the tracker. Let me just see if me clicking on it makes it magically work for Karma, right?
Be my guest.
Did it work? No.
All right,
Didn't work for me either.
So this looks like Shime's in the Lanka Meteor.
Where did he go? Okay, yeah, he didn't clean up Lanka Meteor way back, I think. So this is just an old check that he never did. And by the way, Lanka Meteor did give a key item. It gave Pyramid Page, but wait a minute. If Shime goes to Pyramid, that's an even bigger time waste than going to Lanka. Oh, that could be really bad. You can't really fault anybody for the decisions that they have made. We just happen to know that Fork Tower is the play, but all of these things are unknown. This one tablet, the second one in particular, is completely unhinted. Okay, so Karma was able to beat Shiva, and apparently he didn't save before going into the void, so that was a good thing. Karma probably feels behind, is trying to save time as wherever he can by not doing any looting and not doing any saving. Of course, we know that he actually has a pretty darn big lead. But when you're racing and you're considering the difficulty of this seed, 210, and you've already defeated a boss in the void, that is a good time. The only thing that really slowed us down on Karma's side was Necro, I'd say. Really tough decision for Shime, just too many open possibilities for him.
Yeah, I mean, really, Shime has got still a lot of things open to him. And of course, taking the pyramid bait, which we know to be truly bait. And Titan goes down for Karma.
Now, Karma needs to heal. Okay, good. He's got Cure 3 on someone. And he's got Life 2 as well, so he doesn't necessarily really need those Phoenix Downs as long as he keeps white on one of his characters and that character doesn't go down.
Yeah, so really the biggest issue when it comes to Phoenix Downs right now is actually Ted and the White Hole.
Yeah, I think he's going to go all Mimics and equip the Aegis Shield and just put a bunch of abilities on and protect himself pretty well. Oh, nice easy Siren kill. The Void has been fairly kind so far. I think Shivo so far has been sort of the toughest boss in the Void, and Karma at least had good hit points to sort of soak up that damage. We might see a go-go soon. Oh, there's the Bahamut I mentioned, but this is a good spot for Bahamut. Only 20,000 hit points. I don't think we have Carbuncle, so it's a little scary, but if you can just put out a lot of damage, chances are you will win this fight. If you lose, there's a save point right there. You can just try again.
I think Carbuncle, was in a chest in Moor Forest that Karma skipped over. Because I know he didn't open every chest in Moor Forest. I think it was in Burned Moor, I think.
Ooh, got Mega Flared, but okay, it is enough to kill everyone.
Ow.
Uh, I mean, Karma might have kept that one wall ring. You could just keep that on one person too as another option, but he doesn't even care. He's just gonna try again. This is basically sort of an RNG roll. Um, and Bahamut is at low health. It has a 2/3 chance of doing Mega Flare. So you either want to sort of keep track of HP and keep him at higher health and then burst him all down, or just take the risk and try again if he wipes your party. Yeah, I also remember seeing Carbuncle, and it sounds like Z-Man remembered it being in Moor Forest, which is very, very familiar sounding to me. So I think you're right about that, Z-Man.
A little surprised that Karma is doing Odin Karma's doing Odin strats here, because wouldn't Sildra, boosted by the Air Knight, do more damage than Odin's good gear?
They're about the same.
Are they about the same? Okay.
Yeah, Odin is basically Bahamut damage for against a single target. And Sildra boosted is basically Bahamut damage too. So they're very, very similar. Yeah. 3780, that's pretty nice. In a weird way though, Karma is almost doing too much damage. Like you wanna, in my opinion, you wanna take Bahamut just less than halfway down, and then you wanna queue up the entire team, wait for Bahamut to take a turn, and then go all out on damage and finish him off. I think that's the way to win this fight. Ooh, got Mega Flared again. Really bad luck on Karma's side. It's possible that Bahamut's script has been changed slightly in the Void to make him a little harder at low health. I don't know.
I feel like Karma still has 2 wall rings.
Yeah, he should at least have one. I don't think he did a whole lot of selling. I could be wrong though. In terms of selling, have you seen the Guild Toss ability in this Z-Man?
Nope.
Okay, so we're probably relying on doing summoning unless Guild Toss just appears like on the last floor or something, and I don't think Karma's gonna bother checking any more chests.
No, I mean, he didn't even go to Kuza Castle to pick up Leviathan or Bahamut.
That's right. Ooh, really getting terrible RNG against Bahamut here. He is thinking about maybe changing up his plan, but I think he went right back to right, another X fighter. Gonna try that instead.
With a wall ring, but with the bone mail.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I don't think he's gonna bother healing. Oh, okay, there is a wall ring. Alright. I like this because when Bahamut is at low health and uses Mega Flare and it bounces back onto him, he responds by using Mega Flare again and basically kills himself. So if things play out like they did before for Karma, then this should be a win, even if there's only one person standing.
Right. And we still have Shime going through the pyramid here, which we know to be full of Zonks.
Oh, Bahamut just died that time. There was no Mega Flare. And, you know, we'll take it. A win is a win. Any which way you slice it.
Alright, so who do we have here in the Halicarnasso spot? We have...
Have we fought Carbuncle yet?
Nope.
Oh, Timmy. Perfect Odin target. Because Odin ignores Timmy's magic evasion and also his shell status too. All Odin cares about is rolling his high hit rate and comparing levels between caster and target. Oh no, going for Doom instead. Oh, got the Doom to hit though. Wow, that was actually not a great chance to hit, but it worked. Not saving Karma. This could bite him, but I feel like there's not really much left that can
Not
really...
much. bad here.
Too much trouble. Yeah. There's
Oh,
Carbuncle.
there's
Okay.
Carbuncle, but it's only
Yeah,
going to
we
do
can
level
instant kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can instant kill, even though Lena went down, like, whatever. Okay, 2 Phoenix Downs, and he's actually using one. Those are probably Phoenix Downs that he got from beating Wing Raptor and, like, another boss. There have been none to buy in the seed, or at least not that we've seen. But yeah, all we have to do is an instant kill against Carbuncle. You can't actually doom him, but you can Odin, and you can Shout, or you can use a magic sword. So this is going to be a real easy win for Karma, and I wonder if he will even... If he wants to be really spicy, he doesn't even have to go back and save. He could go for the final fight from here. I see Shime with Samurai. Found that somewhere.
Where was that?
I have no idea. I totally missed it. Okay, so Karma's setting up mimics. He's not even going to go back to save, I don't think. Unless he runs back after doing setup. In the pyramid somewhere, I guess, is where Shime found...
I guess it would have to be.
Samurai, but I didn't see Karma pick it up. In fact, I'm looking at his jobs now and he doesn't have it, so... Okay, well, good find there by Shime. I think it's too little too late at this point. Karma probably won't wipe in the final fight. Even if he does, he's got a huge lead. Yeah. Glad to see a little different setup between the runners here. We've got 2 Samurai, a Knight, and a Dancer for Shime. And Karma's running with, well, he eventually found Summoner and put that on at least one person. Of course, now we've got all mimics. I assume Karma's going to have Aegis Shields on everyone. He's also going to have Summon on at least one person, and he can also do stuff like time on somebody to haste the whole team.
I didn't see a time ability for Karma, like, at all.
That's a little unfortunate because if you're not hasted, there's a chance that you eat an Almagest, and that hurts in Phase 2. But we'll see. I mean, he still has a little time to think about it. Oh, he's got a lot of health because he mastered Knight on maybe everybody or something, so he can actually eat an Almagest without worrying about it too much.
Yeah, it does look like he has Knight mastered on everybody. That's the reason for this insane health.
Yeah, I see 2,400 on a couple people, and maybe the lowest has got like 1,900. Almagest does a little shy of 1,700 damage if you don't have any way of any sort of shell status to reduce it. Also, there's a chance that your Aegis Shields could just flat out block Almagest from hitting you, so I think Karma's in pretty good shape here.
And we have Shime taking down Stalker in the pyramid.
Very nice. Always nice to see Stalker die because it's an extremely annoying boss. Karma definitely on pace for a sub 230 here.
Thank you very much for the raid, Speed Gaming 2. Welcome into this Final Fantasy V Career Day Standard Flags race. In our summer tournament here in 2022, we have IBKarma versus ShimeGabriel. This is a bottom bracket matchup, so the winner will move on to face LQ Flurry, and the loser will unfortunately be eliminated. We do have IBKarma just now pulling the first form of X-Step.
IBKarma is here in the final fight. He's wearing Aegis Shields to block these white holes that could come out of the tree. And he's probably going to mix a bunch of levels on his entire team here. Basically, this is the buffing phase. The tree can't hurt us too bad, and we're just giving 10 levels at a time with every Samson power. And if you mimic the mix, you get to mimic the effects of it without actually even using the consumable items themselves. So mimic mixing is actually like an extra fast way to mix. Meanwhile, Shime is going to Fork Tower, and we know that that's required. Sorry, go ahead, Seaman.
And, which is why if you find a couple of Dragon Fangs, it makes mixing even quicker, because if you mix a Dragon Fang with a potion or a high potion, you'll actually go up by 20 levels.
Right, and then mimic that again, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 you've given yourself 20 again and again, and it's time to mix up the next person. It looks like maybe Karma doesn't have much for Dragon Fangs, so he's doing it the old-fashioned way, Samson power. But he'll be ready to go soon. And then after that, what we're expecting is actually maybe an elemental power mix on everyone. Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe an elemental power mix on 3 or 4 people, and then Sildra all the way home, because I think Karma does not have Leviathan.
Nope. No, I would definitely think that this is Samson power into elemental power into Sildra. I absolutely think that that's what's going on.
Yeah. The only slight concern that we have is that the team is not hasted. There is a haste mix, Turtle Shell plus Eye Drop. I don't think we have 4 Turtle Shells, but we might have... But we have at least 1 from Timmy.
Yeah, at least.
I don't know if Karma's going to bother with that, or if he's going to go unhasted. Let's see. Meanwhile, Shime is over in Fork Tower now. This was actually a really easy Fork Tower, but of course, it's only easy if you have the right abilities. I think Shime... Oof, Ramu hurts when he zaps. And just one-shot the summoner on Shime's team.
Yeah, that is terribly unlucky.
Another Bolt 3, but Ferris lives. I don't think Ferris lives another hit, though. Whew. Really unlucky there against Ramu, who's usually kind of a pushover because, I mean, Shime picked up Odin on the way up, right? Had a summoner, just didn't get a chance to cast Odin.
Right.
Yeah, so Ramu knows how to zap, that's for sure. He's not considered that difficult of a boss, but in this particular case, he took advantage of an undermanned Shime in Fork Tower and zapped both of those characters.
Oh, and we do get a flare from Tree X Death here, knocking out Kara, or Cryo, however you want to put it.
Yeah, I wonder if Karma cares. He might have a Phoenix down to do a full revive, but he might also just be in kill mode and not care. I would actually take the time to mix up a full revive if I had the materials.
I might actually do it after Tree X Death at this point, because at this point, Tree X Death could hit you with a Meteo, and that would be really bad.
Yes,
but
that's a very good point.
Yeah, I might consider doing it now. Now that Tree X Death is dead, now that you're on Neo X Death, now is when I would consider doing a mix for a full restore.
I agree. The slowness of Karma's party will be a little bit of a problem. There will be some attacks coming in from the various parts of Ned, Neo X Death, as we call him for short. So there is a chance that 1, 2, even 3 people could go down, but the chance that Karma will actually lose this fight is pretty small.
I think it all depends. I mean, it all depends. You never know what Grand Cross is going to do. So, I mean, it does kind of depend.
Yeah, Grand Cross, in theory, we should never see because we're doing enough damage to that part where its script gets updated at different health values, and it threatens to do Grand Cross, but if you pump enough damage out, it actually should never happen. Unless things go really south and we waste a bunch of time. Okay, there was a Mimic right there at the start that was only hit the back, which no big deal. Now the three of the 4 parts have even health, and the 4th one has lesser health, so that actually worked out fine, I think, for Karma. Shime getting off the Odin just in time to beat Ramu, and has got 3 people on the other side, so decided to risk it a little bit in that fight, but it was fairly safe play, really.
Right,
Shime does not know what's on the other side of the tower, so I don't blame him for sending 3 people over there.
Yeah. No, a knight with the Odin summon takes out Rama easily enough.
Yeah, we are in Sildra spam phase here for Karma, doing between 5,000 and 6,000 damage per cast. Can just mimic it, so we don't have to worry about MP. There is an Almagest. 2 of our characters got hit, but they survived. 2 of our characters did not get hit at all because the Aegis shield is amazing like that. Oh, and that was a 7,000 damage Sildra too. So some of our more magical girls on the team are putting out some serious damage here.
And we do have Shine taking care of Fork Tower, which will hopefully lead him immediately into the trench phase.
Yes, Shime got the trench page, and we hope that he will chase it because we know that is the way to go, although it has not been hinted. Okay, yeah, he's just looking for the spot to enter the trench, I think. Or maybe checking his notes. As you can see, there has been no Grand Cross out there, and I don't think we're going to get one. Karma should be sort of in the home stretch here. I think I heard one piece die. Oh, all of them died. Okay, so put your GGs in chat for IBKarma. That's a win. Oh yeah, let me check what the official time is. 2:28:48, which is pretty close to what Karma stopped his timer at. But yeah, 2:28:48 is the official one, and it looks like Z-Man was able to catch, or maybe just by coincidence, Shime stopped his timer at that time. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but yeah. Shime does forfeit behind there doing a little chatting, and hopefully we'll get one or both of them in here in the in the interviewer's booth shortly. But just to kind of let everybody know that in about 9.5 hours, so at 10 a.m. Eastern time, we do have another race scheduled somewhere on the Speed Gaming Family Networks. We have, I believe it is Judge Joe against Lily Spikes in another bottom bracket matchup with, I believe, the winner of that race going on to face somebody named Dreiselizer, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am facing the winner of that match at, tomorrow's match is at 10 a.m., which is great for you East Coast people, but I think my cat, even if it wakes me up really early in the morning, I might miss some of that race.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4 in the morning for me.
Yeah, it's early. I'm going to be wide awake at that point, but I'm going to be probably on the first tee box when that match goes live. So you know what? I'll catch the VOD of it a little later.
Fair enough. It is after midnight for you now, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. It is 12:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Okay. Well, I think that. Let's see. We've got both racers in the setup room, so I believe they will be allowed in to join us shortly.
I think they just have to join on their own accord, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember actually. Maybe they just need to click the button, but it's not something that we have control over. Oh,
I got it.
Oh, hello. We were just discussing North Mountain.
Yeah, and we are, by the way, joined here in the commentators booth by both IBKarma and ShimeGabriel. That first voice you heard was Shime. GG, well played, both of you. But yeah, that necrophobe at North Mountain 2 at the Bahamut spot, that was an interesting one, especially considering what it led to.
I got so pissed by that necrophobe.
It took me a second.
That 4K damage on a night Ferris was intense to me.
It was a really troll seed because there was a hint about North Mountain being on the path. Karma, I think you probably forgot about that hint, but Shime was on it, and then you guys both had to beat Necro. Took him on multiple times, and then got the good setup there eventually.
The bar told you. The guy at the bar told you North Mountain was on path.
Yeah, but I thought Necrophobe was on path of the fight, not the.
Well, we
the
got
first
a
part.
The first
page.
thing, yeah, the first thing was the falls page, and that's what was
Yep.
actually being referred to because Necro was not required in terms of defeating him.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
There
but
was- There was
Karma
no
beat
way to
him,
know
and
which one.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way of knowing, and it led you on a dead end chain too because you cleared all of the steamship and Karnak escape 5 checks, and there was nothing of value in any of those checks.
Right. So really, the key there was, I mean, say it was a completely unhinted. Right. You had to get the sub key, which then you had to do from the sub key. You went to, hold on,
Barrier
what was this
Tower.
again?
The
Barrier
the,
Tower.
Yeah,
the
the Barrier
Right.
Tower
unhinted
gave
one, I
the,
think, was Shrine.
Yep. You had the
Yep.
shrine page and
The
then
shrine
the
page. Yep.
to the branch.
Yeah, Elder Branch to Trench page at top of Fork to Tablet on Trench at Vanilla Triplets.
Oh,
Boy, that
Yeah.
Odin. Once you got that Odin, man, that Odin did a ton of work for you.
I think it was inside the fork tower on the left
Right
side.
side
I think it was
fork.
on the left
Yes.
side, yeah.
Right
Yeah.
side Fork.
Actually, there was an easy fork tower if you consider what had in there. Both
Super easy, yeah,
killable by Odin.
Yeah, but most people wait a while before they actually go to Fork, and you certainly didn't even have access for a while, so I can't. You guys, both went there when you could, probably at the appropriate time. It's just all the other sort of jerking around that the seed and the hints and such did to you. And by the way, Omni at the top of Barrier again is no pushover either, even though it was slow. Right? Like you both were able to do it. It just was not what you were hoping to see up there.
So I'm not going to be able to hang out too much because I've got somewhere to be in like 30 minutes.
Oh,
But
geez, okay.
so my one question for this entire seed: where the heck did I miss the Phoenix Downs at?
I think
don't know.
Phoenix Down were on Crescent. I think it was on Crescent. Let me check
Is it
here.
Crescent? Is it Crescent
Yep.
Magic then?
I think it was on. Yeah, I think it was there or the inn spot that had the Phoenix Down.
Someone could reload and check maybe because we were thinking that both of you never found any buyable Phoenix Downs in this seed.
Actually, I found it, but I just wanted to buy it after I get all the tablets.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yep.
I'm gonna check it because I never saw them, and I thought I checked every unique shop in World 1, and they're supposed to be available in World 1.
Yeah,
Just
well,
period.
try Crescent. I mean, maybe that's it.
I thought the only
Yep.
2 unique shops in Crescent though were Weapon and Armor.
They are,
Yeah, they are.
But check all the shops in Crescent just in case. I mean, you might have missed one of the other repeats or something.
Yeah, probably was
Yeah,
on
I did.
on spot. Yep.
Where
It's
was
in
it?
the
Did you?
item shop in Crescent, but where is?
Oh, so that is a repeat with somewhere else too, but I have no idea.
Yeah, that's
where
a
else.
repeat with somewhere. Is that the Karnak item shop repeat?
Possibly. I don't have
think
those
so.
repeats
I don't.
written
Yeah,
down.
I don't.
No,
Yeah, I don't.
I went to Karnak.
Did you hit the item shop? That's the one that people often skip.
No, I didn't because I thought it shared with something else too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it probably does, but I don't remember what. Like, it's definitely a confusing list, and most people just have sort of a standard place that they go to and some standard places that they ignore. And that's
Now I got to
basically-
figure out where that. Yeah, it's Karnak 2, so I got to figure out if those are the only 2 linked or more item shops linked. Because now you've got me confused.
Well, there is a chart that we can dig up later, but for now, it's nice to know that Phoenix Downs were buyable in this seed, and you kind of challenged yourself by not having any other than the couple that dropped from bosses.
Well, I'm gonna have to take off. Like I said, I got to be somewhere real soon. But that was fun. GG's.
GG's Karma. I need to go as well because I need to go to the Portuguese part of Speedy Gaming to do the interview there as well. So once again, GG's to Karma, and it was a fun tournament. Good, it was a good match aside from the necrophobe.
Well done, Shime. Your dancing strats inspired all of us. So thanks very much to Shime, and thanks to Karma as well, who also has to leave. And let's thank some other people now that we're alone again. Z-Man, thanks to you for staying up past midnight to help do this. Thanks to Speed Gaming, of course, for putting us on their channel and showcasing and rating us over and over again during this exciting race. And, well, Z-Man was also doing the tracking, so double thanks to you on that one, too.
Absolutely, and as always, it is fun commentating races with you, Dry, and hopefully we get to do it again as as the brackets kind of sort of unfold. But again, do remember, about 10 hours time, 9 hours time, somewhere on the Speed Gaming family of networks, we do have another Final Fantasy V Career Day race, and I hope to see everybody there. But I think that's going to do it for the night for us.
Right on. Thanks again, everyone. Hope to see you in 9 hours or so. Bye-bye.